we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. It's your girl Bird, and we're back. We're doing readings, and hi. And my son is here. Give me 1 second. I'm having some slight technical situations, and I don't know what's happening. I can't, for whatever reason, post my Welcome, Kendra. Welcome, Philomena. Guys, I'm having an issue with trying to... Hold on. What is this? I'm having some tech issues, but everything's going to be fine. I just need a little patience if you can offer me that right now. Yes, I see. I got Kendra up first. The problem is... my notes section isn't... I should have just got a PC. Like, I probably should have just got a PC. Philomena. All right, Philomena, you'll be after Kendra. So, let me try one more thing. I could try to... Hold on. Let me try to pull it up. I'm going to see if my phone will sync to it. Cubs. So weird. This has never happened before. Every app will open except for where I have all of my links, which is really weird. Oh, hold on. I discovered it. Yay! Okay, it's fixed. All right, so... Okay, now my computer's doing something weird. God! All right, I'm going to try to ignore it and just do readings. And if I can't type certain things, I'll just deal with that later. Hold on. It's going to work. Is it going to work? No. Hold on. Son, you cannot walk on this keyboard. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, so thank you, Philomena. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get started. I don't have my stuff pinned because something's wrong with my computer and I can't, so that's fine. But it's all in the description. Yes. Yes, I have Kendra for 2, and then, yeah, I'm opening right now. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I am clearly all messed up right now. Clearly a train wreck right now. Okay, let's move this over here. Let's see what kind of reading Kendra wanted, because I thought it was... Oh, unless you want the Big Kahuna, yeah. Kendra, go ahead and post your question. Then I have Philomena up next. Sorry about that. Okay. Kendra, go ahead and post. Yes. Okay. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so I can deliver. You know what? We're going to use... Holy shit. My cats... Oh my God. Completely jumped through all my decks. This is great. This is really great. Okay, well, this one's intact, so we're going to go ahead and use... the Light Seekers for Kendra. All right, let's get into it. Good God. I'm off to I think Spirit, it's funny, so like I'm not working this week, and I think Spirit's like, but I can't like not stop working, like I'm doing other stuff. And Spirit, I think it's just like, we are trying to sabotage you. Okay. Fine. Okay. Yeah, so I have Kendra and Philomena. Give me 1 second to get centered and I'll start. Kendra wants to know about 2026, and we're going to do a Big Kahuna. All right, let's do it. Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream. Spirit, please help ground me. All right, Kendra, deep breath. It's funny, they're showing me like you sitting in a crescent moon, and I'm seeing like purples, blues. I think you're going to be really, really in tune with your emotions this year, as well as your intuition is just going to be very strong. It's interesting. I almost feel like you carry, there's a wisdom that you carry into 2026. In some ways, I kind of feel like you're kind of wise beyond your years. And maybe this is like past life energy that's kind of like coming online for you. I see you being very calm and receptive as well. Chinese zodiac, it is going to be the year of the horse, 2026. Spirit, show me what energy, what can Kendra expect for 2026? We have 6 of Swords. We have 10 of Wands. Empress. Beautiful. Cool. Cool. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So 2026 for you, Kendra, you know, this 10 of Wands, I don't see that as this being like a 10 of Wands year for you. I feel like this 10 of Wands in the center of the reading is about learning where to learning when and where to put the burden down. And I feel like some of this is emotional burden. Like I see you doing a lot of emotional work this year, and then also transcending through that energy. We start with the 6 of Swords, which is a card of transcendence. It's a card of moving to calmer waters, sunnier skies, often to, well, not often, you are moving to uncharted territory, and I feel like this territory is going to be more positive than anything that you've left behind. It's going to be important for you to not carry the weight of everything on your shoulders, because just because you're an Aries and you can take it doesn't mean that you should. And I think you're a Taurus moon, right? Moon is exalted in Taurus, and so that's a really strong combination. Sun in Aries, Moon in Taurus. Both of those placements are at their exaltation point, meaning your Sun and Moon are very, very strong. You're a very strong willed person. You may even feel like you have a lot of energy, or you're just strong, but learning when to lay the burden down. The other really cool thing that I'm seeing here for you is tons of growth opportunity. We have the Empress and the King of Swords crowning the reading. And what I really love about this King of Swords is we were talking about wisdom as I was shuffling for you. And, the owl representing wisdom here. But this is going to be a huge year of growth for you. We start over here also with the Ace of Pentacles, ideas of what you want to begin, what you want to do, and also planting seeds of things that are going to grow and flourish under this Empress energy. You're making wise choices. You're making choices that are going to benefit you for the long run over time. And I also remember we did a reading, I feel like maybe a couple months ago, we were talking about investing and becoming financially literate, which you probably are to whatever degree, but really learning more about investing and getting into that. I don't know, I feel like with your Sun and Moon placement, there could be something favorable for you going on. It's interesting, we also have the Moon here with this Empress, where there could be some favorable gains for you with things that you invest in, making good decisions. What else do we have coming your way? So the Seven of Wands is instead of internalizing things, if people are, the Seven of Wands is a card of being defensive, and you see how she is sitting here with the Seven of Wands energy. She is in a bubble meditating, and she's protecting herself in this bubble, and she has all these wands pointed at her, and it's like, hey, I think the wisdom and the protection you have around you, where you're like, I don't need to answer to anybody. I don't need to explain myself to anybody. I don't need to defend anything. I'm just Kendra, and I'm sitting here doing my thing. And if you like it, or you're looking for another answer, that's not a burden that you need to carry. So the way that you're showing up to other people is also shifting and changing, maybe just a little bit. Energy that you don't see coming. You are also going to be making plans. Maybe some plans for some unexpected travel here with the Six of Swords can also represent travel. We have the Five of Swords. There could be some, and this isn't a scary thing, there could be some relationships that shift in your life. The Five of Swords is a card of defeat, and it's a card of something ending and kind of walking away from it, right? And thank you so much, Philomena. And with the Five of Swords, there could be there's some kind of relationship that maybe you see someone's true colors and you kind of walk away from them, or end some type of friendship, relationship, whatever. But I kind of feel like because you still are in kind of the spring of your life in many ways, it's like I would rather know now than carry you with me, right? Into the future. The other thing I'm seeing in the energy that you don't see coming is I have a King of Cups and Two of Cups here. And I do think that there will be a relationship opportunity for you with the King of Cups, which I'll pull more on that in a second here. The other reason why I think there could be some financial gain within whether it's your work or investments is that we have you here as the Nine of Pentacles, seeing you very financially abundant. But I think the key to remind yourself of, I feel like most of the year you're going to be feeling really good, but I think there's going to be moments where, and I think as young women can do, this Eight of Swords is, you know, did I make the right decision for myself? Because I see you making a lot of decisions for yourself, by yourself, that are going to lead you to a beautiful place of growth. You're making the right decisions. You're making wise, intelligent decisions that are focused on growth, that are focused on your future, that are focused on stability for yourself. But there may be times where you second guess yourself and like, man, should I have done that? That's all a part of life and growing and all of these things. And so just don't beat yourself up. Allow yourself to grow and learn. If you do make a little, I don't really see you like really effing anything up here, but there sometimes there can be that, you know, voice for, especially for those of us who, if like you're single and you're making decisions alone and you're trying to grow and, you know, be in your own queen energy and you don't really have anyone, like that's the other thing is, and I don't say like you don't have anyone, you don't need anyone to be making these decisions. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning to trust decisions for sure, not beating myself up. Beautiful. Yes. Okay, Spirit, show me what else is coming towards Kendra in 2026. We have Mercury. Mercury in the 9th house. Beautiful. The 9th house is a lucky placement. Oh, wow. We have Virgo and Mercury in the 9th house. So this could be you communicating about spirituality. The 9th house is also long distance travel, like I mentioned before. Maybe you go on some type of spiritual pilgrimage type of trip as well, or that's something that maybe you plan for, that you feel like could be something that's really enlightening. This is also you know, having a spiritual practice that is kind of regimented, with Mercury and Virgo being very, you know, Mercury being a ruler of Virgo, super precise, super clear, straightforward, to the point, but also 2026 wants to expand you in all ways with this Empress energy as well as this 9th house energy. Open your mind, open your horizons, expand. You may want to see where Cancer, which house Cancer is transiting in your chart as well, because that is where Jupiter is going to be hitting and, you know, expanding whatever your 7th house is. Okay, I want to get some more information about this King of Cups energy, and let me know if you need any other specifics, and we're going to get into the Oracle. Spirit, show me the energy of this King of Cups, because this, I don't feel like this is an energy that I've picked up on for you yet. We have the clouds, we have dog, we have child. So, you don't really have time. I think there could be an older gentleman, and I don't mean like, you know, some old fart. I just mean, I think there's a guy older than you that could seem attractive, but is here to kind of like teach you some lessons. And I don't even want to get too deep with this because I don't even think it's that deep. But I feel like this person comes in as almost, maybe you at first kind of see them as a friend, and I think that they kind of start crushing on you. They could potentially already have a child, by the way. And I think this person is a little bit older than you. And I think the reality is I think because of that, they think, oh, well, I'm going to like, I think Kendra's cute and I want to talk to Kendra and I want to like teach you things. But the reality is I think that you have a lot to teach this person. And I don't really see you getting super involved with them romantically, but I feel like this is somebody in your circle in 2026 that may not have even come in yet. I feel like you probably don't know this person yet. It could be a Scorpio, could be a water sign. And it's kind of like this weird, mysterious attraction, but you realize that this isn't like the person for you, but this is definitely like a lesson in life. And I think you are actually meant to be the teacher for this person, which is really interesting. Yeah, well, no, exactly. But that's why I just feel like, what specifically do you want to know about friendship? Let's see what other general information. Let me know like specifics about friendship and I'll pull on that. Spirit, what is coming for Kendra in 2026? Having faith in your dreams. Hold your vision. Your dreams need a practical plan. Yes. Ninth house energy with Mercury and Mercury in Virgo. Like, yes. This is your dreams. You are creating a plan for your dreams. Show the world the real you. Spirit, what else is coming towards Kendra in 2026? Do I see you finding soul tribe? Let me pull some more oracle really quickly. Prosperity, reconciliation, friendship. Love that. We have passion, yeah. I see you out and about. Are you into music? Maybe you want to check out like some music festivals. I see you outdoors with people too. Prosperity, there is more money and abundance coming in your life 2026. Do you know what your Chinese zodiac is? I feel like it could be very compatible with the horse this upcoming year. Spirit, show me the energy around friendship and soul tribe for Kendra. We have 7 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Here's the thing. Friendship is a marathon, not a sprint. And I think you're going to find some really good gems. It also takes a very long time to get to know people. And I think that there will be some, I kind of talked about that before, where like that 5 of Swords, where you would maybe have to like end something. So, and maybe it wasn't a super deep friendship or relationship where it's like, I'd rather know now so I don't carry you with me for the long term. With the 7 of Cups, I see you having so many options, and then it becomes a matter of choice and who you're spending your time with, and then like filtering from there. So do I see you finding your entire tribe? Not necessarily, but I do see you finding a ride or die, which is this King of Pentacles. This could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or another earth sign, could be Capricorn, or someone that has another earth moon placement like you, where you guys are like super in sync and compatible in that way. Let me see what else I have. Magician and 3 of Cups. Yeah, I see you being around a lot of different people, but it's a matter of choice. It's a matter of filtering, and don't burn yourself up. Don't burn yourself out by like searching. Let Spirit take its time to do its thing. Like I met my soul tribe, and over a period of like 4 years maybe, and like I met them at first, and then like a ton, not even, maybe like a year went by, and then like I kind of reconnected with some of them, and like some of them I decided, I was like, this isn't for me. And then there were more people connected to my ride or dies that I got super close with. And so I feel like it's kind of a never ending cycle, if that makes sense. Spirit, what else do we have for Kendra for 2026? What is meant for you is not going to pass you by. You don't need to do anything crazy to, but I think getting out there, especially, you know, the Gen Z generation, going out, I'm not saying you need to go to the club, but like going out to places where maybe there's like a piano bar or a wine bar, or like places where people gather, where you would want to meet people that frequent places like that, and go to places where you feel comfortable. And the more often you go there, you end up, depending on what kind of town you live in, you kind of end up seeing the same people over and over, and it feels comfortable and it feels like community, right? We have boundaries, yes. We have planetary cycles, infinite wisdom, spinning wheel, frequency upgraded, new plan, adventure, spiritual advancement. Yeah, I do see you also meeting friends who are on the same spiritual path as you. All right, I'm going to pull a few more, and then Philomena is up. Mastery activated, Akashic records, explore deeper, closing cycles, moving forward. No is yes to self-love. What else for Kendra? We have miracle. The miracles are endless, cow spirit. Which, apologies, my nails are chipped because I just started a diamond painting of a cow and a heifer for this heifer, and a rebirth is assured. I love this bat, and my nails always look busted and dusted on this channel. It's whatever. Embrace the in-between. Yes, so you are in the beginning stages of building something really beautiful here. Oh, crap. We have Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Don't second guess yourself. Don't get in your own way. And I see it kind of feels like the beginning of a movie. It feels like the beginning of a new chapter for you. And I say embrace it. This world is a crazy place. Spend your time doing what you want to do, because we don't know how much time we have, and we don't know, you know, where things are going to lead us. So I say take the bull by the horns this year. Do the things that you want to do. Make the plans that you want to make. Go on the trips you want to plan. The trips you want to trip. Plan the trips that you want to go on is what I'm trying to say. Even if it's like bucket list things, right? It's like you're making the plan to do it. Like I knew when I went to Egypt. Let me pull for that. Let me clean these up real quick. And then Philomena, you are up next. Yeah, I ended up going on my like spiritual pilgrimage, and I knew I always wanted to go there, and then I was like, I just have to like make it happen, and I did it, and it was amazing. All right, we're gonna pull on, let me reshuffle. Spirit, show me for career, messages on career 2026. Four of Swords. You're going to meet friends through work. You might move into a different role, or you might take on a different kind of position. 8 of Wands, communication. If you start feeling bored or like you want something more, you might try something new or leave and go somewhere else. You might even hear about a job opportunity through a friend here. 3 of Cups. It's interesting. I kind of almost feel like you don't even have to work super hard to find out what this new opportunity is when it comes your way. Or this could be you doing like a new or better role in the, current company that you're at. 9 of Swords. Don't stress yourself out. Yeah, a chance for new beginnings this year. You're kind of wiping the slate clean. So I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. And not just with career, but I feel like now that you're grounded after your big move, I think your energy is settled enough where like you can finally plant seeds on the ground that you're on right now. Because if you were to planted, it would have been hard to water the seeds that you planted in another city, right? So anyways, I'm going to move on to, thank you so much, Kendra. We're going to move on. Philomena, thank you for your patience. Okay. Whew. The Emperor flew out. All right, Philomena, thank you so much. I ended things with Danny. It only lasted 2 weeks. Love reading for 2026. Well, sorry to hear that. Or maybe it's for the best, especially if you ended it. Like, clearly you saw something that wasn't working for you. All right, welcome in, guys. Spirit, love reading for Philomena. Archangel Michael, let's focus on Philomena's energy. If Philomena will let us into her energy. Deep breath. They're taking me to your, oh my God, I want to laugh. They're taking me to your solar plexus and your sacral. Are you drawn to creativity, Philomena? They're taking your sacral chakra is like very active, and it's our reproductive center, but it's also our like creative center. And if you, I don't know if you've ever thought about doing any type of creative things, but maybe that's something that could help you channel some energy in 2026. Just throwing that out there. All right, Spirit, we want a love reading. Love reading for 2026 for Philomena. We have 6 of Pentacles. We have Strength. We have King of Wands. We're getting some fire energy. Up in here, Knight of Pentacles. We have Temperance. 10 of Cups. 3 of Swords and Magician. We have Death here. So, you know what I see here? This 3 of Swords is you just healing from any residual energy of, any of these guys that have, come on, blown through here with this Death card. I actually see a couple different opportunities. Yep, we have the Hermit here. I think you know yourself well, Philomena, and I think you know exactly what you're looking for here. You are not creative. Maybe there's something, I don't know. I could be just picking up on some of this fire energy. I don't know. But anyway, I have Leo energy, Aries, Sagittarius. I also have Knight of Pentacles. So I'm seeing a couple different people come in. I also have a little bit of Gemini here. I see you dating from a very grounded place in 2026. Sitting in this Hermit energy, you know what you want, you know what you're looking for. And if someone isn't really showing up the way that you are hoping for or looking for, then yeah, you're gonna end things just like you did with the other person. I am seeing better quality people though. People who, you know, approach you the right way, people who treat you with respect. Like, I'm not picking up any like F-boy energy here, but there could be three, but there's two specific energies that are popping out as King of Wands and this Knight of Pentacles energy. So there's two significant people over the next year that are popping out. And I feel like both of these will be harmonious in nature, and I feel like the choice at this point is kind of yours. I'm also feeling Temperance and Three of Swords. Like, I think you've done a lot of healing. I think that you can see from a mile away, is this for me? Is this not for me? Right? You're not willing, if you see like a really weird red flag, you're not willing to sit around and wait for more. Or you're not going to entertain any kind of weird energy. But the Magician is saying, like, you are enough. It's a matter of waiting for a guy that is good enough for you. And if you've ever had any doubts or, you know, self-doubt where you thought like, maybe I'm not enough, and it's like, no. I don't think these guys were ever on your level. Or maybe they were nice and it just didn't work out, right? Like, sometimes that is also the case. And that's a very grounded place to be, like this Hermit energy. It's like, yeah, me and this other person, you know, we just kind of like, we just weren't vibing. They were nice, they were respectful, but we just weren't vibing. Like, I feel like having those types of relationships are also growth, because it like didn't end in, you know, crazy chaos or whatnot. But anyways, I'm just kind of talking about healing. There's a lot of healing happening from, you know, residual past energy. But Six of Pentacles, you are in your flow. We have Six of Pentacles, which is giving and receiving. Then we move back into Strength, which is number 8 in this deck, which is more energy of continuation. I feel like you could meet both of these people by summer. Yeah, no, I hear you on that. I feel like you could be, and there could even be a little bit of like overlap with these people where you're talking to them like at the same time, and then maybe you have to choose who you want to move forward with. But we do have the 10 of Cups here, so I see potential for you to find love in 2026. So this King of Wands energy, I'm going to actually pull, because I want to know. The King of Wands energy, I feel like, is someone who could be a little bit more mature, a little bit older than you, not like a ton. And then maybe this Knight of Pentacles is someone who could be your age or maybe like a little bit younger. And I'm talking like a few years here and there, nothing crazy. But I feel like this King of Wands wants to expand your horizons and kind of dote on you a little bit more, whereas this Knight of Pentacles is almost, and it's not a turn off, but this Knight of Pentacles kind of comes to you as more of an equal, if that makes sense. Spirit, show me overall energy 2026. We have Capricorn, Venus and Venus and Capricorn in the second house. Show me that you care about me. And there's more than one way to show someone that you care about them. And I feel like these are people who are taking you on like proper dates, potentially buying you gifts. And I'm not saying you're in it for that. I'm just saying, like, these are, especially this King of Wands energy is like, look, the way you'll know how deeply someone cares about you, and I'm not saying it's monetary, but the way that they invest in you. They can invest in you emotionally, financially, physically, whatever, right? And so when they show up and they want to help you, that is showing that they trust when they show you that they're invested in you. Show me about this King of Wands. This King of Wands could be physically very strong. I think this person could have come out of a tumultuous, potentially even prior engagement, or they're divorced or something like that, and they're like, look, I want a strong woman by my side, and this is how I want to do life, is the energy that they are giving. And let's look at this this Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is maybe not as established or mature as the other one. I'm kind of leaning towards this King of Wands. It could be fire signs, and then of course our Pentacles, we have our earth signs. But I am seeing opportunity for love here, which is really exciting. The Knight of Pentacles could have a child. If you're not into that, then that's fine. I don't love the mice energy. The mice kind of represents like drama. It can. And so they might have a little bit messier of a past than, you know, even if this King of Wands like came out of a prior serious relationship, like I'm not picking up that they're a messy person. But that's what I'm seeing for you. Magician, I think you're ready to move forward. I think you're done with the BS. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to move from a very healed Hermit, Temperance, Three of Swords. Like, I've been through it. I know what I'm looking for. And you're a tough cookie, Philomena. You really are. With this Strength energy. Six of Pentacles, you're like, let's keep it moving 2026. So, overall energy is looking good. I see multiple options, and 10 of Cups. There could be some real love here. So I'm going to leave that with you. In Spirit's blessing. Thank you for your patience, guys. In the meantime, let me see if my notes thing will pop up. That was crazy. Maybe my computer was doing some kind of like weird update or something. But anyways, maybe I need to like restart. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, let's see if we have anybody else. Gupstips. Are you for real right now? Oh, thanks, Kendra. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And then Kendra, go ahead and post whenever you are done. I'm going to try to reorganize these frickin' cards because yikes. Yeah, I think I need to read. Maybe my computer. Oh, you know what? Maybe it did the software update thingy. I have a feeling you are behind this, sir. Yes, I'm talking to you, Gus. I have a feeling you and your siblings were wrestling and knocked over my cards. Alright. Hi, baby. You're a good boy. You want to hang out with your Aries buddy? Come here, sugar. Come here, sugar. Oh. You want to hang out with your Aries friend? Come here, baby. No, not in the candle. Your Aries homie. He's so funny. I don't think Gus has any sense of like his body. He just like sits on things, does whatever he wants. It's pretty funny. Yeah, Gus is an Aries like you. Aries to Aries. But he's an Aquarius moon, and then he's a Venus. His Mars and Venus are in Pisces, which is why he's so chill. He's a very, very, very chill baby. He gets zoomies and he'll run and kind of be like a little. He's truly a page of wands. He's just a little nugget. He's just a little chicken nugget. He's a page of wands. He's not ready to be a king. He's just a baby. January reading. Awesome. Let's do it. Welcome in, guys. If you're called to donate, let me know. Options in description. I guess I could have just done that because yeah, I started diamond painting and I was I was flipping open the containers and my nail polish chipped off, but it's fine. It's fine. All right, Kendra, we're going to do a general reading for January 2026 for Kendra. Spirit, show me the January energy. Spirit, show me January energy. Whoo! We have Empress, King of Cups, King of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, the Star, no one is pulling a fast one over on you. I actually see you getting a lot of attention in the month of January. I see you getting attention. I will also say if energy feels weird or something is feeling a little off and you can't put your finger on it, give it some time. Seven of Pentacles, because you may not have all the information just yet, especially, and why do I say that? We have Neptune and Saturn are going to meet at the end degrees of Pisces, which is probably the last and only time this will ever happen in our lifetime. And so there's going to be a sorting out of what is the truth? Yes. And so here's what I will say. If you, if you are involved or crushing on someone, like that, I think there's a gentleman at work or anybody else on your roster, I think you're kind of like ready to begin again. This Empress is like, shit or get off the pot. Like, I'm good. I'm the star. It's the star or nothing else, as far as I'm concerned. And I think you're kind of annoyed. I think you're right, Russian. No, that's what I'm saying. And so I feel like it's like, if you are not going to, King of Cups, King of Pentacles, if you're not going to boss up and, or even bring this Knight of Cups energy, like, I'm over it. But I see you emotionally detaching from people but not in a emotionally dramatic way. Like the king, the master of emotions, the master of your groundedness and resources, the empress energy. Like she's not really giving a fuss over these little things or these little people that can't make her the star of the show. You're either bringing king energy or you're not. And if you're not, like I'm not falling for your games. January is going to be an extremely revealing month for you, and it's going to allow you to have a fresh start and press reset. And so you will either F with these people or you won't. Now you can you be coworkers and be cordial and friendly? Absolutely. But I do feel like you could get to a point with, depending on who is on your roster as of present, you could get to a point where you're like, okay, reset, and you have like 4 new people and you're over it. Because you're like, I'm not waiting on this. I'm just kind of over it. Like if you wanted me, you would have made this happen already. So anyone who's out there in the wings, pending on the roster, waiting in the wings, you're like, I'm over this. I'm over this. And I see you starting over. It's like, if you're not going to romance me or make me the star of this show, like I'm kind of over it. But I see both. Both. The other thing, I mean, I am picking up, there could be, but when it comes to other female coworkers or coworkers in general, I would say if there's some weird energy, just kind of let it linger for a minute. And even if it feels uncomfortable, Taurus moon may not want to feel uncomfortable. Taurus moon wants to feel secure. So lean into that, that Aries leadership energy. And it's like, I can do this on my own. I can figure this out, right? I can power through this until you have the full picture. Like definitely don't jump to any conclusions. But I think things will be revealed at work as well as your roster. I'm picking up both. Spirit, show me. But I don't see you being heartbroken over it. You're just like, yeah, okay, next. Tenth house of career, moon and Leo, drama at work. Yeah, so there could be some drama around you, outside of you. 7 of swords. Who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? And it takes a minute for Nancy Drew to figure out the mystery at work. But it really has nothing to do with you. But you will clock people in the way that they move with the way that they respond to this drama. And you will know who is for you and who is not for you. Yeah, the lovers. Who is your ally and who is not your ally? Whether they're on your roster, whether they're your friend, or whether they're a coworker that you F with or don't F with. And here's the deal. I can imagine. And so I feel like you and I would love to hang out with you for a day, because I feel like our energies, because Scorpio and Aries can be a funny combo, but I feel like because of the rest of our chart, we would probably be really compatible, because I have a Gemini friend of mine. Like Gemini and Scorpio isn't like great, even though people do it all the time and it's always a freaking train wreck. But the rest of our chart is like super compatible, so it's just really funny. I know. I think we'd have some fun conversation. I think you and I would have some laughs. But yeah. So there's going to be some things that are revealed, but it's going to, patience, my Aries friend. And maybe that's why Gus came up here, because he's not very patient. He's still, ever since he was a baby until, oh my God, he's going to be 2 years old. I'll talk about you, honey. He dances for his food. Like his personality since he was a baby kitten is the same at almost the 2 years old. And my other Tauruses, which is funny. So yeah, my other 2 cats are Tauruses, and they're like Whatever. We know you're gonna feed us. It's fine. Yeah, Gus gets you. He gets you. He's like, as long as you feed me and snuggle me and pay attention to me and don't ever forget about me, and if you do, I'll smack you in the face. Yeah, so that's how I'm woken up. Okay. I mean, you don't have to. I'm picking up that, like, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be something that's popped up, and either they create a rule or there's some kind of, like, mystery that needs to be solved. Like, who stole Sally's scarf? I don't know. But I can read on it if you want. I'm at an hour. I'm going to do last call for donations. I think I need to restart this computer. For funsies. For funsies. Last call. Welcome in, guys. Jaded. Hi, BB. How are you? My little scorpion. Jaded, how have you been feeling the last few days? Because I've had a hell of a fucking week. Like, I have had, I don't know if it's my hormones, but, like, this has been, this last week has probably been the roughest week of my year, to be completely honest. And I'm not, it was just, like, really, really, really weird shit. Okay, let's do it. Good. I'm glad you're good. And maybe it's my hormones. All right. Last call for donations, guys. I'm going to do Ken and Jaded. Cheers, friends. I'm going to use Edgar Allan Poe. Hi, baby. Spirit, show me, what is this work drama? Sorry, guys. I'm just waiting for my email to come through. All right, what's this work drama? What is this work drama? Kendra's work drama. What is this work drama? Spirit, show me. 9 of Swords. Seven of Cups. Who done it? Two of Swords. Seven of Swords again. Okay. Judgment. Okay, so let me try to paint a scenario here. We have Queen of Cups. I feel like a female could be at fault. So let me describe to you what I'm seeing, because I don't know how this is going to apply to whatever type of work you do, okay? But what I am seeing is a group of people you and your colleagues, and there are a set of rules that you have to abide by. And somebody didn't follow one of the rules, and therefore there was backlash. So this could result in like a missing item. This could result in a teacher's assistant. Okay, so let's say there's some type of rule where like something needs to, let's say for example, like a key needs to get put back, or let's say like you guys have cards that get swiped or something like that. Someone failed to do something, but it's not the type of error that's like necessarily identifiable, unless maybe there's like cameras or something and they have to go back and figure that out. But what I'm seeing is that like something is missing, or maybe one of the students, like maybe one of their things go missing, but it's actually like the fault of the faculty or something like that. And whoever did wrong does not want to tell the truth. And so people kind of start pointing fingers at each other. And it becomes a bit of a mystery. And so you're going to see people's true colors, who they really are. There's that it's something to do with that. The Hierophant, 7 of Swords. Someone wants to lie to save their own neck. And it may cause you a little bit of anxiety. Even though you have nothing to do with it, someone could potentially, I mean, I'm not saying anyone's ganging up on you, but I'm saying like everyone is looking at everybody. Yeah. I'm not, this could be a piece of school property. This could be a student's property. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something, hey, PP. Yes, yeah. Show me the energy around Kendra. Pluto and Aquarius in the first house. Like, it ain't me. And Pluto is in Aquarius right now, causing all kinds of havoc, which we feel in the world right now. And this will be in the first house. So you'll feel pressure of this, but I mean, you're going to see the drama play out, but it's not on you. And you may reflect back to the person, whoever did this, like unknowingly, and they may start like feeling the pressure. So this is a very interesting reading. All right, I am going to end readings here. And up next, I have Jaded. And PP. Jaded, I think I'm going to use my dragon deck for you. Thank you so much, Kendra. Okay. Jaded, go ahead and post, babe. All right, readings are now closed. Thank you so much. All right, I got up next, I have Jaded and then PP. P. I'll call you P. Sorry. I never want to say like I'll always call you guys by your screen name, but I'll call you P. pra. I don't want to say your name wrong. I'll just call you P if we're cool with that. Yay! Okay. You're like, don't call me that. Steps. This little baby. Are you a little chicken nugget? Jaded. Jaded, are you here? Okay, P, go ahead and post, and then I will just read whoever shows up. Maybe Jaded had to walk away. Yeah, go ahead and post your question. Oh, okay. I see Jaded. Hold on. Okay, so I'll do Jaded real quick. Not real quick, I'll give you your reading. I just mean, sorry, I didn't see you there. Okay, general, and then P. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Thank you so much, honey. Okay, we went general for Jaded next month, January. Thank you. I have 3 of them. And they're all ready to eat dinner right now. So they're eyeing me down, waiting for dinner. Okay. I love this. We have the star. This is such a cool deck. There's hope for you in January. There's hope for you. Oh, wow. And we have this beautiful Empress. These cards are really detailed, so sorry if they don't show up the greatest on the table. So what are we working with here? 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords, 8 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Temperance, the Moon, 5 of Wands, and 9 of Cups. There's a lot of pressure building to create a diamond out of you, Jaded. That is what I'm feeling. Like January, definitely the pressure is on. And you may be feistier than normal with this Queen of Swords energy. Perhaps you have to have stronger boundaries with people. But I'm also seeing you like in your head. Maybe you're beating yourself up or not being kind to yourself over something. But this is something that you've realized that you need to heal. Five of Cups and Temperance. I think that there will be, or there was recently, some type of emotional upset that you are trying to temper, that you are trying to heal, that you are trying to calm. Spirit is also putting pressure on you, and there may be moments where you feel, look how gorgeous this frickin' deck is. We have the moon here with this awesome snake. I think the beginning of the month is giving you pressure to confront things that I feel like maybe you've been putting off for a long time. And with this Queen of Swords, you're literally slaying a dragon that you've been needing to deal with, that you've been putting off. Because the pressure is going to keep building and keep building and keep building and adding more confusion. Eight of Swords, the moon, adding more confusion, adding more illusion, until you are pushed to a point where you have no other choice but to fight. Five of Wands. Where does all of this lead you, right? Because you're like, what the hell is this? Where does all of this lead you? This leads you to contentment and happiness that you got to build, do, or create something that you can be really proud of because you slayed your own dragon and you were forced to stand up or fight or rise to the challenge. I don't mean literally, but you were forced to rise up and accomplish some type of challenge that this could have been something a long time in the making that was like weighing you down, that you finally get to put behind you. And it's a lot more of an emotional and spiritual process than you probably were even realizing with the moon and Five of Cups and Temperance. This is like deep healing, transformational opportunity. And then you get to say, wow, like, look what I did. I was able to do this. So I'm seeing some heavy lifting emotionally, working through some stuff. It's the living situation, yeah. For sure. Absolutely, that makes sense. But yeah, it's a much more emotional and spiritual process than maybe you thought it was going to be, but you're going to be really happy with how it all turns out. Because you are also, this Queen of Swords is also very much in control of this situation, but the Queen of Swords needs to realize that this is not all about intellect, it's also about action. Because the Queen of Swords can have the most beautifully, emotionally detached plan of how she's going to do something, but she has to execute it. And she can, but she has to execute it. And going from the queen, like a hardcore Queen of Swords energy, which I feel like this dragon very much is. She's like black. She's like very like scary hardcore, right? I always joke you're hardcore because you're into metal, right? Off to this like soft and cozy little creature baby who's snuggled in his abundance, right? And it's like going from a place of feeling very Even though she's the Queen of Swords, it's almost like in some ways she's emotionally vulnerable and raw to this, okay, I feel like I'm a safe little happy bubble again. Because you're a Cancer moon, right? So the living situation to a Cancer moon can, if your living situation is askew in any way, that can cause major, major havoc to you. Because the home is where we find safety as well. And so it's really important for you to have a serene, calm, and balanced living environment. And there goes my son screaming for food. Okay, as the Tauruses just look at me and they're like, okay, whatever. We have Aquarius in the 10th house and Neptune. So there could also be some distractions at work that are kind of pulling you away from your goal. And it's like, no excuses. I'm not falling into this trap. I'm not falling into this cycle again. I have to accomplish this. You're all right, baby. Yeah, Empress as well. What else did I have here? Empress, the Star. There's going to be hope for you. Hope that maybe you hadn't had in a while. Travel, justice. Things are finally going to feel. We have justice and, steps toward greater well-being when all of this is resolved and said and done. Spirit, show me what else for Jaded, and then we're going to move on to P. The readings are closed. Thank you so much. I'm taking it easy this week. I'll see if I feel like popping on tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a pop-up. We'll just see how I feel. Meditate and contemplate. The end of a tough cycle approaches, my friend. If you want to do this, you can really do this. Look at the bigger picture. Take a step back, 10,000 foot view, and create a plan and then execute the plan. 5 of Wands. It's not going to be easy, but there is a lot of contentment and happiness. Wish fulfillment is the 9 of Cups. Jaded. Thank you so much for being here. Are you doing okay though? Are things going better in that department? I'm hoping that you are doing good. All right, P wants to know, who's coming towards me in love? Okay, good. I'm glad. Keep on keeping on, boo. You got this. All right, P, who is coming towards you in love? You are currently single and you want a reliable person. Let's do it. Are you an air sign? You have a very light energy. Give me 1 second here. I was like you stepping away from a Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon. I'm like, holy shit, this is a different energy. And I love you, Jaded. I'm the same placements. I got you, boo. But we're intense as hell. P, what sign are you? All right, let's take a look, babes. Very intellectual. Okay. I love it. Very light energy. I see someone stepping forward that has light hair, light features. I'm seeing blonde hair. Tall. I see blonde hair, blue eyes, light features. I'm just telling you, I don't know if this is your type or not. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, so just roll with me for a minute here, okay? This is someone you could even have a past life connection with. Damn. In some ways, it's kind of like they come out of nowhere, or you meet this person traveling, or they come from a different place. That's okay. That's okay. And I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. This is someone who could come from a different culture or a different country, and you could meet while traveling, or you could meet through a certain group. But I almost feel like there's a past life connection here, because you're not gonna miss, like, you guys are not gonna miss meeting each other, which is really interesting. Devil energy, which isn't bad, don't freak out. I actually feel like this is because I'm living in a different country. Very, very interesting. Okay, cool. So the devil energy talks about high attraction to each other, okay? And then, yeah, we have hermit energy. So someone could be a Virgo. I have Virgo, I have Venus here, Libra. Also have some water energy here. So I'm open to whatever signs. I don't really want to nail it down to a sign just yet. But there could be an opportunity for you to meet somebody who actually has quite a gentle soul. Oftentimes I'll say like, oh, Pisces, blah, 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 with the Page of Cups, but they really don't have to be. This is just someone who has a gentler nature about them, someone who wants to share, like, this person really is looking for, this person appreciates the simple things in life. Like, let's make a meal with our family and sit around and have discussion and talk about, like, the simple things in life. This is also someone who would want to introduce you to, like, their family, right? And their culture and their traditions. But the other thing is, I won't say that they could have some earth energy here as well, because I don't necessarily see, Taurus is very slow moving. Taurus can also be associated with the Empress. And so this is an energy of, like, I want to share with you, but this isn't like I'm rushing into love. Yeah. And I'm not saying this is, and I don't, by any means, I don't say this is no, like, bum on the street. I'm just saying, like, this is someone who appreciates, I feel like they're stable and they have their stuff together, but they really kind of want, they value very simple things, which is kind of awesome, in my opinion. This person could appreciate art, culture, music. This is the kind of person that might want to go to, like, see the symphony or, like, go to an art show type of energy, which is nice if you're into that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, I very much, 10 of Pentacles, clearly, this person is coming from a stable energy. They may have also traveled a bit too. they may also be well cultured, well traveled. Love classical. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's possible you could meet this person through a work function or a work colleague or friend. We have Uranus and Scorpio in the 10th house. Unexpected meeting, but holy cow, we have some Scorpio energy here. Like, you know, Scorpio in the 10th house, that's actually my sun placement. Scorpio in the 10th house, like, kapow, like, this is super intense and super unexpected. And it's happening, you know, whether it's a work function, work event, or through a colleague. Because if you are, I don't know, if you're traveling for work or you're working in a different country, whatever it may be, maybe there's someone like in your network, you know, or this other person does something similar to what you do, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm seeing opportunity for this person coming in 2026. I feel like definitely by summertime or sooner, spring, summer. I feel like you're going to have a very active summer as well. Like out dating, doing your thing. Enjoy yourself, my friend. And trust, you know, I know someone, I'm also, I wouldn't call myself, it sounds horrible. I wouldn't call myself an intellectual. But I am very like serious and driven. And so just make sure you're having fun, you know? If you're living in a different country and you're not, I have a simple job, so not sure how that would go. Well, yeah. So that's, I don't know. That's what I'm seeing here. So, or maybe through a work friend or someone like sets you up like, oh my God, you'd be perfect for blah, blah, blah. Or you randomly meet this person. But yeah, make sure that you're enjoying your life while you're out doing what you want to do and chasing after those goals and dreams. All right, P, I'm sending you the best. Happy New Year. And I might be on before the new year again. We'll see how I'm feeling. And I'm going to let you guys go and feed these cats. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a great night. For sure. Bye.